Good evening to one and all present here. Today we are here to present and to speak about the topic effective way to improve old people health system. So let's begin. Introduction. Between 1900 and 2000, the average US life expectancy increased by nearly 30 years. That statistics addresses quantity. But what about the quality of those extra years? When a senior children have grown and moved away and the seniors has retired, what then? How we as family members and friends perceive and values of our seniors loved ones and how they perceive and the value themselves. As a major impact on their physical and emotional health, studies have shown that seniors with a sense of purpose are less susceptible to cognitive impairment, heart attack, and strokes, and they are more likely to live longer. Why? Because they are more physically active, take better care of themselves, and are less susceptible to stress. Learning new things improves brain health, physical activity slows, sometimes reverse physical incapacity. Now I introduce my colleague Virendra Akash to proceed this seminar.
No matter a person's age, we need a sense of purpose of belonging and being valued. Senior adults are often dismissed as no longer having much to offer as they when they are younger. And unfortunately, this attitude becomes adopted by the seniors themselves. Seniors have a lot to give in terms of knowledge, love, and relativity. But they have to feel they are respected and involved to have with others. Now I introduce my colleague Sadish to proceed the seminar.
Recognize and treat signs of depression. Seniors are particularly susceptible to depression. It can cause by the loss of their child role, loss of employment through retirement, a move from home to a retirement community, chronic illness or pain, death of a spouse, close friends, loss of independence, medications, disease, or cognitive impairment. Depression is a serious, debilitating disorder that is not natural part of aging. Family and friends should encourage a senior loved one to seek out in treatment if they seem depressed. There are many types of depression, but some of the common symptoms include persistent sadness, feeling of hopelessness, irritability, loss of interest, fatigue, difficulty sleeping and concentrating, aches and pain without a physical cause. At a vulnerable stage in their life, depression may threaten their physical and emotional health. However, they and those love them can create a new beginning to make live fulfilling again. Now I introduce my colleague Yashwan to proceed this seminar.
Find usefulness in daily tasks. If you want to help your senior adult find purpose, put them to work. They have probably spent their entire life defining themselves by what they accomplish and contribute. It does not have to be anything more than helping cook a meal, babysitting a grandchild, taking care of a pet, tending a garden, clothing a laundry, or helping with some shopping. If they're able to do it, don't always do it for them and make them to do exercise regularly to lead them a healthy life. Now I introduce my colleague Jonathan to proceed this seminar.
Make connections to improve of life of the seniors. Loneliness is often associated with aging, and you do not have to over 65 to feel its effect. A recent study found that 1 in 3 US adults aged 45 and older are lonely. Of course, regularly connecting with family and friends is somewhat obvious, but the seniors should also seek out opportunities to engage with people around them. One study showed that just meeting a neighbor cut the percentage of people feeling lonely by half. Loneliness can spiral in one in itself as seniors continue to further isolate themselves in response. Encourage them to make contact with the world outside their home. Suggest they join a group with like interests. Now I introduce my colleague Anushma to put this seminar.
Stay in physical motion. The connection between emotional and physical health is well established. Even mild exercise not only builds, maintains physical abilities to go about the daily activities of living, but also creates pride, confidence, and an increased sense of independence, all of which are vital to feeling good about life. Now I introduce my colleague Ajay Murthy to proceed this seminar.
Stay in mental motion. Family and friends can play a role in helping the seniors stay mentally sharp for as long as possible. Seniors can create a goals like learning a new hobby or taking a trip to someplace new. They should think about the interest and the activity that provided them with a sense of purpose and explore them further. Ask their opinion, encourage them to about what they have been through. The person doesn't go through 60 plus years without learning a lot of valuable information and gaining unique perspectives. Now I introduce my colleague Tarun to proceed the seminar.
The medical specialty concerned with the diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of disease in elderly people is known as geriatrics. Doctors who specialize in this field are known as geriatricians or geriatric physicians, and they deal with ailments specific to aging. Geriatricians diagnose and treat a wide range of conditions and diseases that affect people as they age, including dementia, osteoporosis, incontinence, cancer, hearing and vision loss, osteoarthritis, insomnia, diabetes, depression, heart failure, frailty, balance issue. Geriatricians can act as a point of contact on a team of healthcare providers, keeping track of complex drug interactions and prioritizing treatment for people who may be dealing with several conditions. So it is necessary to visit geriatricians regularly. Now introduce my colleague Anand Velayadam to conclude this seminar. Thanks.
Conclusion. On the biggest decision many families are faced with is how to care elders when those elders are no longer able to do independently. Family figure out numerous different strategies for handling health care needs. As a part of the process of finding healthcare solution, they must consider many different factors, including finding the way to access elders' needs, locating care resources that can address these needs, and managing financial and legal consideration associated with transitioning elders into care arrangement. After locating appropriate care, they must help support their elders and themselves through the stressful process of transitioning into care. Therefore, I conclude this seminar by finishing up with a quote. The closest thing to care for is to care for someone else. Thank you, sir.